Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about why movies get stuck in processing or stuck in filleted or however you say it. Now everybody's got their beholdings over it. People are going to claim all kinds of things, but they're never ever going to be the reason. Some of my friends will claim, oh, well, maybe it's your web browser or your operating system or your antivirus. Well, first off, Vivian, it wouldn't be any of that. Okay? Especially when, one, I got Google Chrome OS, so I can't change the web browser settings or the operating system settings. And it certainly is not the antivirus since it's already built in and I can't change it. Yeah, that's what everybody thinks. For some reason, some people have the beholding that it's got to be their equipment, that somehow something went wrong, some mistake is being made, and it's being made by their equipment. Yeah, some of the other beholdings that people like to come up with is that, oh, it's your computer. Well, maybe the computer and YouTube work together when it comes to uploading the movie, but after that, the filleting of the movie is all on YouTube. Okay? So they can't claim that. Well, maybe it's the file size. You was think it's file size, maybe. First off, Lillian, I can't change the file size. I don't know what file size it's in. Camcorder don't give you that information, and even if it did, it wouldn't make a difference. It's obviously the same file size I use for every one of my movies, so obviously, for some reason, it ain't the file size. And even if it was, I can't do anything about it. Yeah, and for some reason, if you record things in high definition, YouTube always got to take a longer time uploading and filleting them. Why? Who knows? I have no idea why that is. Okay? And you can have the fastest outer web, and it still will make a difference. And then people are going to say, oh, maybe it's gigabytes or whatever, RAM or whatever it has. Do you know how much gigabytes or RAM your internet has? I don't know. But obviously it has enough to be able to run movies on Netflix and Hulu and on WWE Network. And obviously it has enough to upload stuff to YouTube. So it's not the gigabytes or the RAM or whatever they want to call it, or the bandwidth or whatever term people want to try to use. It ain't the bandwidth, Vivian. Before you get started, Lillian, it ain't the bandwidth. Okay? Well, I wasn't going to say that. But you were thinking it, weren't you? Yeah, no, I bet those are most of the beholdings that people come up with. And then you got haters who don't like it when you criticize, when you find wrong with YouTube. So they'll try to make fun of you for it. They'll claim it's your standards or something. Well, obviously, if your standard is your movie getting stuck and filleted and not showing up and playing on the website, yeah, those are some really good standards. But then again, there might be no standards basing on the fact that YouTube is free, so there wouldn't be no standards, period. Or at least this part of YouTube's free. YouTube Red and YouTube TV obviously have some type of answerability, but beyond that, that's a whole different story for a different day. Why movies get stuck in filleting? I don't know. How come when you put them in? Why is it when you put them in high definition, they got a problem? They get a situation. I don't know why. So, and obviously nobody's going to have an answer to this. Okay. Not anybody on YouTube. And certainly not anybody that works at YouTube. So the chances of them actually answering this question implies you actually win on the help forums that I don't use anymore because, well, let's face it, they were never really that helpful anyway. Mostly what you got on there were a bunch of people having the same situation you were going through. Then a bunch of people who thought they knew what was going on, but really they didn't. And then if you were lucky and enough people happen to be talking about it, someone from YouTube would come on and address the situation. But beyond that, that's about it. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Yeah, and before I go, apparently, if you send it on feedback, they'll fix the situation, but you'll never get your answer to why that situation is happening in the first place. Or the first stead.